Alright, I had myself set up for some big paintings, but I'm going to start with this 16-inch round canvas, and I'm going to do a tree ring pour. So I'm going to use this beautiful tangerine color, ooh, ooh, ooh. And this gorgeous golden yellow. Yeah. This, by the way, that I'm set up in is a washing machine drainage that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's not a box. It's lined with freezer wrap so that anything that falls down on it I can save for jewelry later as it dries. I do make my jewelry from the, and collages also from the pours. That's a turquoise, kind of a combination. Two greens. I'll show you the colors I used at the end. Most of them are Artist Loft. Look at that blue. So these colors, try to use some hot colors, and tree ring pour is going to be done with a beaker cup pitcher. Looks like this. Now the color you put in first is what's going to make the center at the end. It'll be the last thing poured out, so it will be the center at the end. Keep that in mind, because I want this. I usually like the centers light, so I am gonna probably layer them. First, you have to put a cushion on, because you cannot pour pours into dry canvas; they will not move. So the pour cushion is made up from a house paint. This happens to be Sherwin-Williams Ultra White Satin. I did thin it out a little. This is a particularly kind of a thick paint, so I had to thin it down a little. That's going to go in the middle, just like that. Beautiful paint, beautiful white paint. And oops, I forgot to put on my gloves. Hold on a minute. Put this on pause for a second. Okay, so I'm suited up. I've got gloves on. I've got these UV sleeves on that protect my arms from having to be scrubbed later too much. And so we put the cushion down, and whoops, I don't want it really going off yet, but it is. So off it goes, and that's because it's a pretty thin cushion, maybe too thin, we'll see. Anyway, that's all over now, spread all over, and I want it on the sides too. I think you're seeing this correctly, I hope. Alright, here we go. This beaker cup to do a tree ring pour. Let me see what you're seeing here. I think that's okay. Okay. And I think I'm going to start with, I'll show you my colors, and I'll show you the mostly Artist Loft. Mostly Artist Loft. Whoops, I just knocked it over. Stick. And I'm sorry about the noise, but I do paint the garage. Okay. The first we're going to start with, we got to be careful of that. So I'm going to put some white down the side. It's a pretty big canvas, but whoops, we got blue, a blob of something there. Let me get that out of there. Whoa, glad I saw it. Okay. So there's some white in the cup, and into that I'm going to put some yellow. That's going to be a pretty light center. I'm going to put some of the blue because that's probably, if I put it in, it's going to go off, and I don't want it going off. And I'm going to repeat this 2 or 3 times. And the green. It's beautiful turquoisey green. 2 colors that's mixed up. And the orange. I'm right-handed. I should have this on my right side. And I'm going to repeat the white. Beautiful. Oops. Great. I can't believe that. What on my sleeve. Let me get these sticks out of the way because they're going to knock the cups off. I just know they are. Okay. Get those out of the way. So, white again. Okay. And yellow. So pretty. Blue. And green. You don't have to do them in this order, but now I'm going to do, I think that's enough. Let me put the orange again because I don't see too much of that. Okay, I think that's enough. And 3-ring pour, you do circles. You let it go down this little beaker here, and you do circles right into the middle. And you probably can't see what I'm doing, so I'll have to wait till it's done, I guess. Goodness, where's my white? Let me do a little of this. This will hopefully, this little dashing thing I'm doing back and forth, hopefully will make finger cells. Green is gorgeous. A little bit more of that white. It's taking forever. And down. Which might be too big a cup. Oh, look at the inside of the cup. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's hope my pour comes out that beautiful. So what we got now is, we're going to wait a few minutes and see what begins to, what cells come up, if any. This is just Floetrol and acrylic paint. I did not add any oils, any silicone oil. So I'll show you the colors I used, and I think I'm going to shut the door so that we don't have this noise. Woo! Love that yellow. So I used the Craftsmart Green Vert. Can you see that? There's the camera. Okay. Green Vert. And I used Liquitex Basics. I can't say the name of that. Is that? Oh, this is ultramarine blue. Okay, I can say that. There's one that's got a crazy name. This is Liquitex Primary Yellow. Can you see that? Okay. And meantime, some things are happening in here that look kind of cool, but not great. And stretching it, maybe it'll get better. This is Artist Loft. Orange. Plain old orange. And added to that green is Aqua Green by Artist Loft. Okay? Aqua Green. Okay, let's see what's happening with the painting. Love the green. Not much going on here, and a big swath of yellow there. Some finger cells are going to happen. I like the blue in there. Let's see if it's enough. Let's see if it's enough. I'm going to get my paints out of the tray here so that they don't get all mushed up, because this is going to go over the sides when I begin tilting. And so I don't see any big cell action happen, but just a little tiny bit right here. But let's tilt a little and see what happens to these finger cells, which I love finger cells. Sticking. I'm going to go very, very gentle turns, which is going to make things stretch. I don't like my color combinations, how they're coming out. I'll do it over. I'll use this as the cushion and just do it over. But I love this green. Center is stretching. I'm going to get rid of some of this green on this side because it's a lot of green. Okay, bring it back. And it's stretching and it's making this pretty color. Now we're going to go up this way a little and bring it back. Starting to get some very cool, you see that? What's happening? Very cool effects. Still no real cell action. Okay, we're going to go up this side just a little. I don't want to get rid of that yellow. Just going to let it go just enough to start stretching that yellow back. Yeah, I like that yellow stretching. Let's do the same thing down here. It's also bringing in some of the blue. Don't let the yellow go off. I'd rather get it off somewhere else. I don't know where that white's coming from. I'm going to have to let that go off just a little and bring it back again. Center is starting to grow. I'm going to have to stretch. I love this. I love what's happening here. Beautiful. And it's a gorgeous color. It really is. I don't mind stretching a lot of this off because this is growing beautifully. A lot of that's just green. And let's bring it back. It's making some of the finger cells stretch, which I love. This does not have to be in the center. In fact, design-wise, it's probably better it's not. I'm just trying to get it stimulated to make some cells. Don't necessarily want some of that going off the side. This way. And then I'm going to pull it back before that yellow goes off. A lot of green. I don't remember putting that much green in. Just me, it might be just one of these colors that takes over. Like black, they say, takes over. I love the stripes around the side. I wish the center would grow a little bit more. Unfortunately, I think the only way that's going to happen is if I tilt more off. So let's tilt more off, but not the yellow. Now bring it back quick, and it is growing. The fingers are starting to get a little bigger. The center is growing a little bit. So it's slowing up, which is good. That part there did not get real light, because remember it was coming out of the cup so slow. That's the reason. Now let's put it down a minute and take a look at what's happening. Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can. This color, and I better be careful because sometimes I point and stuff drops off my fingers. Let me wipe off my hands. This green in the center, this green here is stunning. It's a beautiful green. I do like this going around. The orange is gorgeous in that wave of stuff. I do like this. Not crazy about this. I might just let it go off a little more. It's kind of a little muddy in here. Like I would have liked a little more brighter yellow in there. Say, well, can't you add it? You say, well, not without having to probably change the whole thing. They don't just blend easily, pores. And I don't mind experimenting, but this part of this I really, really like. Do I like it enough to keep the whole thing? That's the whole question. So let me get some of this off again here. Some of this off here. Some of this off here. And bring it back quick. Stretch out some of this here. How much more I want. It's not letting a whole lot of paint off anymore. See how slow it's moving? That means I could probably stop tilting. I want this to grow a little bit more. Oh yeah, I want that to grow a little bit more. That's almost like a neon light in there. Wow. Can you see that? That neon light, that orange? It's getting more and more beautiful, actually. And really what makes it so exciting is the diversity, the contrast between this and this. This off center is really beautiful with this surrounding it. And the green. This green, this emerald, that's not really, it's turquoise, it's the two color greens mixed together. Meanwhile, it's trying to make some cool cells. But what really makes this piece go zing is this. That's what makes it go zing. Plus this here. This is boring. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, it's bringing up some white cells from the cushion, I guess. The more it sits here, the more it hopefully it'll do. I'll have to hit it with a torch. Break some bubbles, and also maybe bring up some cells by doing that. Also, I'm just thinking about whether I really want to keep it. They say if you like a painting, 98% of it, you should just leave it alone. Let's hit it with the torch. It'll bust bubbles. What happened? There it is. It'll bust bubbles. This is a very powerful torch for a small torch. So let's hope it'll bust some bubbles and bring up some cells. I don't really want too many cells in here. I'd love this to do a little bit more. Keep the torch moving, or you're going to burn your canvas or your paint. Especially as a powerful torch like this. It's enough. Let's see what happens. Okay. Didn't bring up much cell action. Did a little bit in here. I'd like this to grow a little more. So I'm going to tilt this off a little bit more for this to grow a little more. Do not want this going off. I like this right in here, this repeating of the green. This is kind of boring. So I'm going to tilt it off some more. It might not move a lot because it hasn't got a whole lot more paint on there. No, it's moving. It's moving. All right, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. And it did make the orange grow a little bit more, which is what I wanted. The orange is also doing some cool stuff. The more this side is growing, the more I'm liking it. But I do want some of this in there, just to balance things off compositionally. Just let it grow a little more. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh. What do you think? The only thing I don't like is this white spot right there. But we can get rid of that. This is beautiful. This is what makes it really, this side is what really makes this piece. Ba-ba-boom. Yeah. And I'm just waiting to see if there's any more cells going to develop, anything more happening. Now, right now it's shiny, but it'll dry flat. It's the kind of a piece, let's give it another little torch. It's the kind of a piece I would probably love to resin. It's just because I like it shiny. I'm just liking it shiny. It'll dry completely flat. Now, you say, well, I don't like that white spot either. All right, well, let's get rid of it. Just smush it a little, get rid of that white spot. I'm not sure where it came from, probably from when I stretched. When I stretched it, that's what probably did that. It's okay. All right, that's good. I think it's a keeper. So I'm going to bring it down for I will lift it and wipe off the whole bottoms. I'll spare you all that. And then I'll put it under the table to dry completely flat. It'll be nice and flat. It's kind of haloed out, the orange, which I love. And I love what it did in here. I love what it did in there. I haven't really blown into this at all. I don't think I'm going to blow into it. I'll bring you down for close-up. Yeah, bring it for close-up. I'll show you around it a little. There you go. I'm sorry about the shadows. There you go. See what I mean about that orange? That orange, can you see it? Oh, wow. It's like a ray of something cool happening. Very, very aquatic type of piece. and resined, it will be just stunning. I'm going to shut this off. I showed you the paints. Shut it off, and I think that's it's a winner. I think that's a good one. I'll clean off the bottoms and put it under the table on a cookie dish and let her dry. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. I'm going to do a drag and drop. So I'm going to put down the this stuff, the cushion. Whoa. It's going to use a lot of cushion. Okay. These are big canvases, 24 by 30. That's a big canvas. And that's going to use up the rest of that. So let's get it spread around. Okay. Let's get it spread around. Okay, don't wear it off the sides yet. Okay, good. So let's get it this way, down this way. Good. Okay. Okay. Don't have enough of 6. But I'm going to get rid of this paint anyway, so that's the way it goes. That's the way it's going to go. They say that's the way a cookie crumbles. So I'm putting a little bit of the color in each of the 6 cups. Okay? And that's going to finish up this batch of stuff. So one of them does not have the yellow. Just pour just a little bit in each one. Some of them are going to have more, some are going to have less. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens first. Some of it has to be planned. There is a certain amount of strategy and course. There is. So I'm pouring each of those colors that I did the last painting in with the orange, the yellow. And finish this batch of paints. The green, the small cups. So I hope I have enough paint for this drag and drop on this 24 by 30 canvas. Usually I always make up too much paint. I don't know if you can see me now, but I think you can. So I did 6 cups like this with each color in the cup. You can take it and you're going to go like this. All along that edge, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me move this one over. Put one in between here. I'm going to wait, whoops. I'm going to wait for it to come down. For it all to come down. So let's give it a few moments. Come down. It's on again, I think. I'm going to start with the middle one and just go like this. It didn't go very far. Okay. Now we got a bunch of, what do they call those creatures? Stingrays. This is all going to be tilted anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. Not worried about it. Oh, this is kind of cool. I like this thing it's doing. Making cells too. Interesting. Let's get the last one. Okay. We're going to see what's going to happen when I tilt this, because you have to tilt it. Last cup. No, I don't want you going off. I need that paint. I need that paint. I don't want it going off, but I need that paint. Okay. So let's let it develop a few cells. I like some of the lacing that's happening. I kind of like it the way it is, but you got to tilt some of this paint off, you know. You have to. So I'm going to torch it a little bit first, see if we can bring up some more cells. And bust some bubbles. So the heat also affects the paint, makes it bring up some more cells. It's a very chemical process. Okay, here we go. Let's tilt. It's stuck already. Here it comes, coming down. Coming down, coming down. Coming down. Coming down. Beautiful. As it comes down, it's stretching. It's going to produce some cool effects. It's not going to go too much more. I'm going to make it go back again. Yep. Make it go back again. Let a little go off the top. I need some to go off this side. Let it come back. It's very cool. Color's cool. Colors are wonderful. Colors are wonderful. Colors are wonderful. Now we could leave some white here and there, as long as we can get it compositionally the white where I want it. Alright, that's too much white on this end here. Let that come down. Looks like we're going to get rid of the white. Okay, as soon as that went that way, I'm going to bring this back up again right away. And while I'm here, wipe this. It's probably going to be tilted again. Let's see how much is going. Okay, slowing up a lot. That's because I didn't use a lot of paint. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay. I love this veining that's happening. Colors are yummy. This corner here is giving me a problem. I don't want to lose that blue though. I don't want to lose that blue. There's a couple more things. It's not moving much. So that means I've poured a lot off, okay? So what I can do is put some more white in. Into areas where I like to see the white. Like I like that white in here, I like that white in here. I like that white up here. It doesn't have to need a lot to compositionally work with a little bit of white in it. I don't want that blue going off, so I'm not going to tilt that. So I'm going to take my white, and I think I'm just going to put a little bit up in here and fool this into thinking it was there. Okay? But you got to tilt it to make it work. Doesn't need a lot. Doesn't need a lot. There. This has got the white. This has got the white. This could probably use a little more white in here. Too much. That's good. Good. Just a little white here and there. Composition will make it. You can leave the white. Okay. All right. So let me tilt that so that it'll begin to look like it belongs there. Let's let it come down. See how it's moving? I don't know if you can see it. Doesn't need a lot. Now let it go back. That made this work too. Let it go back up again. And slide off the thing up there. Okay, let me see how that looks. It looks pretty good. It's blending with the other ones. Let me see how it looks when I put it down. Okay, so now the white, I got white, some white interspersed in here, some here, some here. It's beautiful. There. Still not great with this shape. I'm not happy with this shape. So, and it's a little tilted. So let me bring this way a little bit. Don't want to lose that blue though. Okay, that seems to have helped that shape a little bit up there. Helped the shape. I like the way this cells are coming up here and there. Love this oceany thing. Yeah, this is better. Shape has helped it. Has helped a little bit. Let me see if I can get this top to straighten out a little. Straighten it out a little. Yeah, it's helping that shape up there too. Doesn't need a lot of white up there. What is it leaning into? I don't know. Okay. There's still a lot of white here. Maybe a little too much. So that's when I wish I had kept my cups. Well, I still have them. They're not far away in the garbage. Might pour something in here to just get a little bit of that white out of there. I mean, this painting is pretty much done. Really? Yeah, well, you know, when it works, it works. And when it don't, it don't. This is the only part that's bothering me. So I'm going to take a little bit of my paint that's in these cups and just kill some of this white. Just kill some of this white. Yeah. Let's kill it. Let's kill some of it. Not all of it. Let's kill some of it. And actually, it needs a little bit of that business up in here too. Yeah, very good. You see that? As soon as you add that, kind of brings everything together. But it was like, you don't belong here. Okay. Colors in the cup are getting a little muddy. I need a true blue or a true green. Getting more like olive green. Okay, so I need a blue. So I might just go for straight blue. I'm getting a lot of green. Getting a lot of green. Okay, we killed some of that white. I needed to kill some of that white. And I need some blue in there. I'm going to get straight blue. Throw it out of the garbage and see if I can scrape enough of it to put in there. Let's see. Oh yeah. Good. That white was just too much. Too much white. That's good. That's good. It repeats the blue, and that's what it needed to do, is repeat the blue. Just certain design rules you have to follow, even with pour painting. Oh yeah, okay. So I want to repeat the blue up there too. Repeat the blue up there too. Okay, just make a full shape into there. Yeah. Good. Very good. You might even get some cells come up. It's possible. Because whenever you smear things or swipe things, cells usually happen. Okay, too much going in, too much going in. Good. Sometimes you just gotta stop. Love this. Ooh. Yes. These are beautiful colors. I don't know where this brownish thing came from. Probably a combination of green and orange. Sometimes you just shouldn't put two colors near each other in a cup. Okay, put that like that, and I think we are done. Do I like it enough to keep it? That's the next question. Well, I think so. I think it's pretty cool. I think the colors are, except for this one, I think the colors are beautiful colors. And so I'm going to just shut it off, clean off the bottom, and let it dry up here, because right now I'm running out of room where to dry. Let them dry. Which happens. Okay. I'll take you down for a, get my gloves off and take you down for a look-see with the camera. I'm not going to leave the painting. The painting's going to dry right there. Okay. Pause. Okay, so I'm just going to take you down for the close-up, and I did let it go off the top. I thought those white things at the top were just too much the same. So I just let it go off the top, and it stretched everything beautifully. I think it actually looks better with that off the top, and it stretched other things that needed stretching, and I think the piece could be used that way, and I think it can be used even horizontally or vertically. It's a pretty cool piece. Okay, that's it.